Hey everyone, this is Allan, and today I want to talk about something that I was thinking while I was going to practice jiu-jitsu today, and it was a really hard practice. Today's class was really hard, and in this morning I was working and I took some time to do a little bit of reading because I have I'm building the habit and keeping the habit actually because I've been doing this for some months already of reading 30 pages a day, and I built my own web app called the Boring Reader because it makes it a lot easier to me to read content from different sources, for example newsletters, sometimes articles. And I was even reading the encyclical that the Pope wrote and published it recently, and I was reading it recently, yesterday. And so I realized that some bugs and some things that needed some errors that needed fixing while I was reading. So I used Cloud Code to fix while I was reading, and it got me thinking that this system, the Borrow Reader, is getting better. And this is not marketing because I'm not even selling the system. It's only for me. Uh, for now, I think so if it gets really good in the future, maybe I can sell subscription, but for a small price. Anyway, the thing is, this system is only getting better because I use it daily, because I am the real user of this system. I created it because I had a real pain point and I did not find anything that was simple enough but had the features that I needed. And I got, while I was thinking about what could I record today, I started comparing this thing of being the user of my system, that like being the perfect example of someone who understands the problem because I am the public for that solution. And I started thinking about my own work as a freelancer, as a developer, a freelancer developer. And I've realized that I thought that I did not had any market experience because for the past few years, I have already 4 years working as a freelancer. I did not choose consciously only a niche to work on as a developer. I worked for a lot of different companies. I've worked I've worked with different clients. I've had a lot of projects, but I did not feel that I was a real user of of the markets that I've worked with. And and that's because I was actually always chasing money. I never consciously stuck to develop expertise as a service provider in only a specific market. I worked on whatever appeared using my skills, but not the market itself. So I never built field specific knowledge. And it wasn't any of the fields that I worked with. They weren't fields that really interested me. But by thinking in this way, I was kind of wrong because I even recorded audios talking about this because speaking helps me with understanding and giving structure to my thoughts. And right now, while I was talking about this thing of recording audio, I remember that I learned this with Jordan Peterson, and I got his book. But his book is great, and I think that by talking to myself, I realized that actually what was true the whole time is that I really have interest in digital marketing, but I only saw it as a way to improve my own marketing skills, to sell my service, my product as my service, but not a market to get better at as a focus. And it got me thinking that I am a real user of digital marketing, like info products, sales funnels, and online courses, because I prefer to buy online courses to learn, and I consume content about digital marketing basically daily. And I really like it. I enjoy learning about it, and I am a true consumer of this kind of thing. And basically, in a way, this whole time working online, I had a lot of contact with digital marketing because I my clients work with it, and they use skills, digital marketing skills and strategies to sell their products. So I am kind of inside of it, but I did not realize it that this could be a market for me to develop more skills on and focus on solving the problems of the clients in this market of info products, online sales, and things like that. And connecting it with AI, I think that I don't see AI as a market for me to focus on, because I would not create content about AI only, like trying to build a course selling knowledge about how to use AI. I don't think I could do that on the long term. Right now, we start it right now because I am not an expert. I use it daily, but I could only teach real beginners and those who are almost at most intermediate users. But because I think that I am an advanced user, but I want more time to develop this skill. And AI for me is not a competing market with digital marketing, with this thing that I've been specializing on without realizing, because it is actually a way to leverage my knowledge in this field. So I even so basically, in conclusion, I would say that if I wanted to focus in a niche to work on, let's say finance, for example, because that's a topic that I really like, and I even studied economics for 2 years, but I did not finish this college course, and I really liked it. But instead of learning more about finance to work with people that need a developer in that area, I I understood that I should actually double down on digital marketing, because I have the most experience that I have is on that, and I actually like it. I am a real user of it, and I could work with people who teach digital marketing and sell info products, or teach everyone how to build digital products, and actually also sell and actually also sell my own products. Like I could sell the skills that I use to edit automatically my videos with Cloud Code, or reels on Instagram, or how to create reels with Cloud Code, things like that are really operational and are not something like and are not something that advanced, but are useful. And that's basically the thought that I landed today, is that as you should be a real user of the systems you build, as a freelancer, you need to be a real user of your market. That's it for today.